Series, a yard universe. And of course, our good friends at Nelly's Sports Bar sponsoring our announcer table. They're on U Street and they support the DC Rollergirls. Make sure you stop in for happy hour from 5 to 8 or for drag brunch on Sundays. Now from 5 to 8, that's actually 3 hours. That's a very happy hour.
3 hours. I'm in. You've got me.
So it looks like our first jam of the second period is going to be Yankee Skandall lined up against Sharp Shredder. If you came in late and missed the introductions, Cherry Blossom Bombshells in pink, Scare Force 1 in black.
Two jammers with very different styles. Shredder known for her power, Skandall known for her agility. And Shredder makes the movement through on this battle for lead jammer.
This has been a tough game for Scare Force so far. They are trailing right now, 119 to 90. Not the score a lot would have expected it to have.
Sharp Shredder knocked out of bounds by Scarletto's snap in the back. She will not get any points.
Yep, she will get 2 because she did pass Scarletto Snap's hips before her foot went to the outside. So.
Nice eyes, Kim.
Oh wait, they're going to change it to 4. Wait a second, what's going on here? They are going to change it to 4, so that is 4 big points. Or just drive that in and say 4 big roller derby points. I have to do it once because Shown Up gets irritated by that. Just kidding.
Scare Force starting out with lead jammer twice in a row on this period. Kind of bucking the trend they had at the beginning of the last year.
You've got to think there was some halftime adjustments there with the bench staff, the air traffic controllers, and Scare Force 1. They do not like losing. It's pure and simple. They do not like losing.
Not known for losing.
Very true, and that's going to be another 4 points here for Scare Force. They're going to inch their way back into this. 21 points separating these two teams. And our next jam is brought to you by my favorite family in all of Derby, who are avidly and rabidly in Derby love. The Raptor Pack sends terrifyingly awesome best wishes to DCRG for Season 8. Love Mama and Papa Raptor and the rest of the pack. My favorite family in all of Roller Derby, the Raptor Pack. Love them.
It's our first time seeing Velocity Raptor stepping up to the master-in-law jammer line.
And I totally didn't do that on purpose just because Raptor is jamming. No, why would I do that?
Oh, Guantanamo Bay with a false start. Has to be with the pack from the front.
And Velocity Raptor is going to get through the pack first. Lead jammer for Scare Force 1. 3 in a row to kick things off here in the second half here, Ripper.
Takes her 2 points to 0 for Bombshells. So far this period, things swinging in the momentum direction of Scare Force 1.
After 3 jams in the second period, it's 10-0 in favor of Scare Force, but the score on the board officially 119 to 100 in favor of the Bombshells. 27 minutes left to play in game number 1 here of our doubleheader of the DC Armory.
I did a little reconnoitering during the halftime, and Scare Force 1 had 17 penalties in the first period to Cherry Blossom Bombshells 12.
And it's about to be 13. The Ultimate Warrior being sent out. That's going to be a back block penalty that's going to send her into the right IP law penalty box. So it's going to be a power jam for Sharp Shredder.
Watching Scare Force's strategy here. They slowed the pack down with a move to the outside. Made a little train out there. Stretched this pack out. Got Shredder through for her first 5 points.
Well, actually, that was completion of the initial pass there. That's how long it took to get Shredder out. Not normal to see Sharp Shredder contain that wall. There's the first 5 points for Scare Force. They're going to bring it now within 14.
With Scare Force still on the power jam, Bombshells trying to decide how they're going to respond.
Well, they've been responding on this conduct with a good shoulder-to-shoulder on Velocity Raptor. They're responding with physicality. It's probably the best way to put it.
This might have been my favorite matchup I've seen all day. Oriental Express against Artemis Skandall. Two skaters that are attacked slightly differently, but going one-on-one and giving it as good as it takes.
So a 20-point streak here from Scare Force 1. They are now within 9. And our next jam is going to be brought to you by Explore to Learn, who are sponsoring our face painting table here today. Make sure to bring your kids over to the face painting table to learn about internet safety. Free face painting is sponsored by Explore to Learn.
Marion Barracuda takes advantage of starting as the only jammer on the track, earns lead jammer.
And Ripple, we've been seeing that strategy really dominate throughout Rollergirls, floating the power jam over. You get about 10-15 seconds where you've got the only jammer that's out there, you can gain that lead jammer status.
It's all part of the smart play. I mean, out there, you're hitting, adrenaline's pumping, being able to think those 2 routes ahead and work it to your advantage.
Kuda was calling off the jam so much it looked like she was going to take off. 4 more points. It's going to extend the run to 24-0. Bombshells holding on to the lead by 5 points here as we have 24.5 minutes left to go in our first game. And of course, big playoff implications in game number 2 here today as the majority whips will take on the DC Demon Cats.
Oriental Express out to jam for the first time today on the Master Law Jammer line. So these are some of the adjustments we think we're seeing Scare Force make. Some new jammers. They seem to be a little more aggressive, setting up a back wall during the first part of the jam.
Some quick movement here from Yankee Skandall. Able to walk her way around Sharp Shredder. Lead jammer status gets broken here. And it's interesting, Ripper. 5 straight jams in the first period went to the Bombshells. 5 straight jams in the second period went to Scare Force.
It's almost like we can't predict what's going to happen in this match.
Statistically,
Wow.
and it's going to be the late scoring pass, and the Bombshells have broken the scoreless streak.
Artemis Skandall going to the box with a forearm penalty. Sent in from the outside.
And it looks like there was a star pass in the process as Star got past a sharp
The way they were falling, it was almost us.
Like, I'm gonna
The way they
stay
were
out
falling,
here.
it was
I think
almost
I like
us.
this jamming.
You know, they go to endurance practice for a reason. They can go in jam after jam when they're needed.
And there's actually a league in Richmond called Mother State Roller Derby that they only skate with 7. And one of their skaters has actually skated in every single jam that Mother State has ever participated in. So endurance is really getting to be a major point here in roller derby. You've got to be able to go out there over and over and over again.
Guantanamo Bay controlled Shredder to the outside, but you pop her right back in around her, goes to the front, earns lead jam.
So Shredder with a huge opportunity here as the Bombshells picked up 10 in that last jam.
Quarter Pain and Scandalisa Slice not letting violence out the front.
And it looks like an out of play penalty was assessed.
Held on to her just a little too long.
Sharp Shredder's going to complete the scoring pass. 4 more points here. That's going to make it 129 to 118. And when we resume action, our next jam is going to be brought to you by DC Brow. I'm going to try and read this in the spirit in which it is written. DC Brow rules. It's in all caps, you see. Drink accordingly and remember to always brow down responsibly. Anytime somebody hands me coffee that's in all caps, I feel like I have to do that.
Our pack is going to be 3-on-3 to start us off. Pushing and shoving, where the old school scrum starts.
Very good. Was able to survive down the inside line. She's going to be lead jammer for Scare Force 1.
Sugar High going off, called on a multiplayer block, trying to hold that rear wall together. Artemis Skandall back from the box.
That's going to be a completion of the scoring pass here for Marion Barracuda. 5 more points tacked on, and they are now within 6, Scare Force 1.
Blocker advantage Bombshells, but pack speed being controlled by Scare Force.
And Marion Barracuda calls off the jam.
0-0.
No points assessed there. Boy, that was just a razor-thin margin. And it's going to keep the score 129-123. Our next jam brought to you by Jeter Rehab Therapy. Assess, treat, and restore with rehabilitating sports, performing arts, and occupational injuries in the district for over 30 years. That's Jeter Rehab Therapy.
Another one of my favorite matchups of the day, Shredder versus Skandall. Shredder tries the inside, Skandall takes an outside line.
Tries to get shut down by Hua.
She got her speed jammer. They got sucked back in for almost an entire half.
Yankee Skandall did a good job there trying to hold back Skandall, but Skandall in a lot of ways is like a squirming kitten. You cannot hold her down for very long. She will get out and she may bite you. Not literally, it may happen.
She's not known for being held back by the one-on-one blocking, that's for sure.
So her misconduct was assessed to have a play penalty. She's on her way to the right eye in the box.
Skandal's 4 more points, calls it off.
And you know, this kind of fits in with Jeter Rehab Therapy. Our next jam brought to you by Freed Bodyworks Massage, the badass therapeutic massage outfit right here on Capitol Hill. They worked on the Rollergirls before the game, and they're doing free 10-minute sessions for you. A set of keys, by the way, has been found at the merch table. So, if you check your pockets and you don't have your keys, that's probably at the merch table.
Barracuda took an outside line and pushed her way through that wall of pain. Got herself lead jammer away, but they're still holding back Viva Violence. Sent out of bounds by Deadly Lamar.
Then runs right back into Velocity Raptor trying to get back in. Skillforce is, oh my gosh, that was a heck of a hit there.
Oh, now Kuda's down on one knee, pops right back up.
And Kuda surges through, completion of the slide pass. That's 5 points.
True story, Marion Barracuda trains in parkour to make her more agile as a jammer.
So she's one of those people that jumps from barriers to dumpsters to other assorted things.
I once saw a video of one of the workouts that scared me to death.
Sounds about right. Last pass there, 2 points each side, 135 to 130. Bombshells holding on to the lead with 18 minutes left to go here in the game. Our next jam is brought to you by Athena's Home Novelties by Aaron Barr. Athena's is one of the country's premier adult novelty party planning companies.
Sharp Shredder versus Ultimate Warrior lining up on the jammer line. Bombshells bunching up with a 3-ball in the back. Shredder using her power to get through. The Warrior earned lead jammer and then got sucked back in by Scareforce. So Shredder is out first. The Ultimate Warrior is still in the back of the pack, though she has lead jammer.
Now correct me if I'm wrong here, Ripper, you can gain lead jammer status simply by passing the foremost blocker's hips in the pack. Is you can pass and then get immediately reabsorbed, you'll still have gained lead jammer status.
You can get sucked right back in. But then you can, as she did there, you can use the lead jammer status to call it off before the other jammer gets in for a scoring pass.
Our next jam is going to be brought to you by Gore's Truly, Daily Bloodline by the Murder Brothers.
2 blockers on the track, Condoleezza Slice and Scoriato Express are going to hold the front.
Out there jamming for their respective teams, Yankee Skandall and Marion Barracuda. Skandall wants to break free like she's a queen song. She's lead jammer for the Bombshells.
Bombshells. Scareforce staying up with the Bombshells. Oh! Yankee Skandall takes an inside line, skates in a circle, pulls off all 4 points by passing the slot.
There's really only one word that can accurately describe that. That was pretty. That was very pretty. Just the way that she manages to swing her hips around.
You know what really amazes me is 2 years ago, we would have seen that from only the top teams in the country. And what used to be amazing, oh my gosh, skating has become almost normal roller derby now. That's how far we've come in this sport just in the last 2 years.
And it also says a lot about the athleticism of a skater like Yankee Skandall as well. As it looks like Eagle Violence against Sharp Shredder of the pack, very fast moving. We may get a full lap here before we get a lead jammer.
Who was sitting on her at the front? Oh, Diva Violence goes down.
She did get lead before she left. She says, nope, done, calling it off. Don't waste the time, just end it right then and there.
So what we're seeing is the Bombshells will get lead, but Scare Force doesn't give up as long as they've got an engagement zone to knock that jammer down.
Oh, absolutely. That's the way you've got to play.
It's been preventing things from getting devastating and keeping the score as tight as it is.
You mentioned Hua Girl smashing somebody in the pack. Now there's a smashing selection of beads and jewelry by S&A Beads who are bringing us our next jam.
Pack advantage again to the Cherry Blossom Bombshells. But Mary Barracuda still takes lead jam.
So we're now in the latter quarter of our game here, less than 15 minutes, and it's really a toss-up, and it is a power jam in favor of the Scare Force. One, a low block penalty to Yoo-Hoo, sending her to the right IP law penalty box.
A little bit of teamwork there between Yankee Skandall and Condoleezza Slice to send someone out of bounds. But now Condoleezza Slice and Helena Handbag both go into the penalty box. That's two of your heavy hitters. You'll notice Helena Handbag coming back because the penalty box is full. She's been way back on the track and will have to report once one of those seats opens up.
It's going to be completion of the scoring pass there for 5 points. So Scare Force looking to retake the lead here. But when you're queued for the penalty box, that's the time when you have to skate the cleanest game you possibly can. Boy, I don't know about this as far as a trade-off goes. Looks like Yankee Spanky now in the way into the penalty box. Hua Girl is the replacement on the track.
Little game of musical chairs happening for Scare Force. Off the track and on the track. At this moment, they seem to be able to hold 2 blockers on the track at any one time. Making it very physical for Mary Barracuda having to skate through the scoring tables.
And it looks like that is going to make it 4. Wait for confirmation on the official scoreboard there. I believe 1 point not assessed due to a no pass, no penalty situation. We're going to have a tie game here. Like Helena Handbag is going to get a chance to report into the penalty box, and we're going to have a team timeout taken
and a tie game.
That's right, with 13 minutes left to go here, it's going to be tied up 139 to 139. If you have no idea of how exciting that is, it's pretty darn exciting, I have to say. My goodness. You know, Mary Barracuda, I think, did the smart thing there, Potomac Ripper, because she had Pickle skaters that were queued for the box. She bled out the last few seconds of the jam, and still Helena Handbag could report. That was really smart strategy there by Scare Force 1.
We're now on one of my favorite parts of the game. The last 12 minutes or so, clock management becomes everything. But with a tie going on, now we're going to see who's got the guts to let it run and who's going to try to think they've got it sewn up and can just hold the score down.
Well, when our next jam begins and we resume action, that jam's going to be brought to you by Planned Parenthood of Metropolitan Washington. Proud to sponsor the health of the DC Rollergirls. With 5 locations throughout the metro area, Planned Parenthood of Metropolitan Washington has been serving men, women, and teens in DC for over 75 years.
A slow start as the jammers decide to find their line. Both going for the inside and both going down and back up. Shredder playing defense. She's telling Skandall, you want to lead jammer, you're going through me as well as the blockers.
And here's the thing, is Skandall stands back up and immediately went back down.
So what we saw there was a Shredder forced Yankee Skandall out of bounds. So Yankee Skandall was going after bringing her behind her. Yankee Skandall opted to not come in and full control on her knees, get to the inside, so she could bring her behind Sharp Shredder and cut that edge off of her.
And in a lot of of situations, that can also be used to force a 6-point pass as well. Because if Shredder had recycled Skandall all the way around the track, that puts Skandall on a negative lap. And you can get a scoring pass if Shredder gets out and then passes her on the initial.
It was a neat little chess game going on right there. I like it when we take a pause in the adrenaline and we shape the skaters show us how much they're thinking.
Well, Skandall with some great last-second effort there. 2 points for the Bombshells. 141 to 139. We're going to have an official timeout here. So while we have an official timeout, let me tell you about a few of our friends here at the DC Rollergirls, such as Frizzles Salon and Spa, Beyond the Salon, that's Frizzles, as well as many creative gifts. Now that's not just, you know, a bunch of gifts that I'm giving to you, Ripper, that are creative.
I get gifts?
But it is many creative gifts designed to help you be thoughtful and be true to your giving nature through mind, body, spirit, and crochet.
Kim, I've always said you're a gift.
Also, thank you to the Palace Productions with quality burlesque, sideshow, and vaudeville shows throughout the Washington metropolitan area. And another special thank you to Beat Marchai Studios, where strength starts at the core. Circuit training at Beat Marchai Studios. Let's do it.
Are you telling me I look fat in this suit?
You know, if you work your core, you can be fabulous and then get many creative gifts, one of which could be a trip to Frizzle's Salon and Spa. And then you can go to Palace Productions to catch some burlesque, sideshow, or vaudeville.
Now that sounds like a Friday night.
It does. It does. And that Friday night can also take you to the 201 Bar, a modern tavern with over 50 craft bottles, 30 small batch wines, and handcrafted cocktails.
I like how you speak craft beer to me. The referees were just taking some time to talk about that little jammer on jammer play we explained to you about 5 minutes ago. They agree with us and everything's okay.
Wow. Give the referee a microphone and he gets confident about his decisions all of a sudden. As the refs are over here looking at Ripper and laughing and saying, yes, that's one of ours.
I will pay for that later, probably with drinks.
So, clock frozen at 11:45 here. Now, we did mention this is a doubleheader. Majority whips and DC Demon Cats with playoff implications, major playoff implications, in fact, in our second game here. But we're about to resume action. Very Kuda lining up against All in Aussie.
I want to think about the second bout, but I'm stuck with this amazing action right in front of me right now.
How can you complain? This has been a really great game.
Very Kuda fights her way to lead jammer again. We're now at the stage of the bout where we're seeing who's been practicing, who's got the endurance to finish this game. It's not the first jam that's making a difference today, it's going to be the last.
Wait to see the results here of this jam. Very Kuda gave back his G-Bang. That's the call off, and Scare Force 1, with 4 points on that jam, has retaken the lead. I forgot which lead change this was. I believe it's the fourth lead change. Showed up's kind of looking at me and saying, yeah, I think that's it. So 143 to 141.
I want to draw your attention to something that's happening in the 30 seconds between the jams now. We're starting to see some real hustle getting to the position on that jammer line for the teams.
Maybe the occasional, booty shaking by a band. There's that too.
Look, we're starting to see that every second's going to count, every point is going to count. So they want to start off each jam in the optimal position for strategy.
This is a great position right now for the Bombshells. Lead jammer status going to Viva Violence, and Sharp Shredder assessed a 4-hour penalty. She's on her way to the right eye peel-off penalty box.
If you look closely at Viva Violence, I saw her over the EMT bench a few minutes ago, literally being put back together by duct tape, ladies and gentlemen. Take a look at her left thigh. She's out there put back together with tape, trying to keep this going.
That reminds me, I know you were there for this, Ripper, when I am in Charm City. Her shoulder dislocated, they popped it back in, and they taped her back up with duct tape. And she was cleared to play by the EMTs.
I'm assuming she had that one arm taped down, right?
Wow.
Yep, with duct tape. Duct tape will do a lot of things. That won't actually fix it up.
You want to get back.
Scareforce keeping this pack moving quickly, not wanting to give it the points. They send her out of bounds, but all the blockers went with her, so she re-enters, not getting their points, but doesn't commit a cut track.
She will get 4 points on that pass, not a point for 1. So 9 points. This is our 5th lead change. 150 to 143. Bombshells have got to be excited right now. 9 minutes left to go in the game. They have the lead for the 3rd time on the day.
Bombshells starting out with the only jammer on the track. Scareforce with the blocker advantage, 4-3. Yankee Skandall finding her way around, earns the lead jammer.
Lead jammer starting to Yankee Skandall. The power jam is over.
Drop Shredder's back in the box and through the pack. She's wasting no time. Oh, Condoleezza slides sends Yankee Skandall out of bounds. She protects her points.
Skandall was able to get 1 point before falling off the jam, so that widens that lead to 8. When we resume action, our next game is going to be brought to you by Metro Mutts, Atlas Vet, and Spot On Training. 1 district, 3 businesses, and 1 mission. Back in action here, Marion Kuda jamming against Viva Violence, and Kuda has already gained lead jammer status before we even get to the pivot line.
There you go.
Now we're seeing a fight for speed control. A lot of plow stops happening out there, trying to bring this pack under control. A little at the back there, action between Velocity Raptor and Holland Aussie.
And it looks like 2 points are going to be picked up by Scareforce on that jam. So in about 7 minutes when we begin our next jam, 6 points separating these two teams, 151 to 145. Some incredible action here today at the DC Armory.
I think we've seen this face-off before. Yankee Skandall versus Sharp Shredder.
Underway here as Sharp Shredder finds the inside line, gains lead for Scareforce 1.
There you go, Skandall.
Shredder playing a thinking game. She gets out in front, and you can see she's looking back, looking where the other jammer is, looking where her blockers are, and deciding on her strategy. There's so much more here than just getting out and skating fast.
And she's a really, really smart skater. She's always aware of where she is on the track. It's rare to see her cut the track at all. Usually if it happens, it's due to momentum more than awareness of her position. And she was able to pick up 4 points there. We're within 2 points, everybody. 151 to 149.
If this is your first time watching roller derby, this is a really close bout.
Next game is underway here.
Oh, Velocity Raptor sends Viva Violence out of bounds. Viva Violence has to come in behind her. That gives Mary Kuda time to get out front and lead Jacob.
So great opportunity for Kuda right now to put points on the board and give Scareforce the lead. If they get 3 points here, they have it. It looks like a track cut, assessed to Viva Violence.
Velocity Raptor knocks her out of bounds, skated backwards, and drew the track cut. They seem to have picked up a penalty on her own.
But the most important thing here is, even though she's going into the right of people on a penalty box, Velocity Raptor, she's also forced Viva Violence to go into the penalty box as well. So power jam in favor of Scareforce. They've already retaken the lead. Now they're looking at that.
Backs at the front. Bombshells trying to build a wall. Artemis Conduct, the last line of defense at the moment. Oh, Warrior comes up and recycles. These Bombshells are not giving up, not letting Scareforce slow this back down. Oh, there he goes. Air Force successfully trapped a big player and get with him to draw 22.
So we are less than 5 minutes left to go here in our first game of this doubleheader.
Wow.
And Scare Force on the 6th lead change of the game.
Wow.
159 to 151. This has just been back and forth over and over again. This has been absolutely fantastic roller derby here. And as River said, if this is your first time ever coming to watch roller derby, you picked a treat of a game. Sharp Shredder with the power jam in favor of Scare Force 1 trying to add on to that lead. Has to complete the initial pass first. Guantanamo Bay did not make it easy on the River.
I really like Scare Force's strategy on that one. Go with the slow play. You've got a jammer who's known for pushing herself out and play her own offense. Just get her out and let her get lead jammer.
No pass situation is declared and cannot touch or engage. That's going to be a completion of the pass, 5 points for Sharp Shredder.
The Violence having a little bit of trouble at the back with Scare Force. Once again, Velocity Raptor sitting on top of it. Sent outside by Velocity Raptor, who's running back.
Sharp Shredder picking up another 5 points, that's 10 points on the jam so far, looking to widen out that lead. But we've seen really no lead is safe in this game unless it gets to about 40 points.
I don't think Scare Force is sitting on this thinking they're safe. Not after the game they've been playing at today.
That's one of the things Scare Force always tries to know, first whistle to last whistle. It's the same attitude that the Bombshells have as well. So two like-minded teams here battling out at the DC Armory. 14 points in that last jam makes it a 22-point lead. Plenty of time though. That 2 minutes and 40 seconds is still plenty of time. That's at least 2 jams.
We've had 57 minutes of intense roller derby. We're now going to see which bench can dig the deepest and pull out the last 3 minutes points.
Yankee Skandall against Marion Barracuda. Both jammers